카타르 아시안컵이 가까워지자 지금 각국에서는 아시안컵 출전국들의 전력 분석이 다각도로 이루어지고 있습니다. 한국 축구는 2002년 한일 월드컵 4강, 2012년 런던 올림픽 동메달, 아시안게임 남자축구 역대 최다인 6회 우승 등 국제무대에서 빛나는 성적을 거뒀습니다. 그럼에도 아시안컵에서는 오랫동안 우승을 하지 못하면서 종이 호랑이라는 말을 들었습니다. 하지만 이제 한국이 진정한 아시아 최강, 아시아 호랑이라는 말을 보여줄 때라고 말하고 있습니다. 이번 아시안컵에서 최근 A매치 10연승을 달리고 있는 일본이 가장 강력한 우승 후보라고 하지만 역대급 최강의 스쿼드를 구축한 한국이 64년 만에 우승 트로피를 들어올릴 수 있는 적기입니다. 특히 손흥민의 존재감은 압도적입니다. 인도 매체 스포츠 스타지는 10일 카타르 아시안컵에서 가장 주목할 축구 선수 탑5를 공개했습니다. 매체는 단연 1위에 손흥민을 올려놓으며 손흥민은 프리미어리그 토트넘 주장이다. 올 시즌 20경기에서 17개의 공격 포인트, 12골, 5도움을 기록하고 있다. 이번 카타르 아시안컵에 출전하고 있는 전체 선수 가운데 최고의 스타다. 팬들은 손흥민의 골을 기대하고 있다 라고 말했습니다. 이뿐만 아니라 한국 대표팀에는 황희찬, 이강인, 김민재 등 유럽에서도 최고로 인정받는 선수들이 많습니다. 미국 CBS 스포츠는 지난 10일 2023 아시안컵 우승 후보는 누구인가? 라는 질문으로 방송했습니다.
You know who the backup goalkeeper for South Korea? I was going to make a joke.
Well, you could say the manager,
Okay.
Klinsmann, former
Yeah.
U.S. Women's national team coach, is leading the charge for South Korea.
How
They're 8
good
matches
have some of
unbeaten
their
as well.
players been? Even Kim Min-jae, when you look at what he did with Napoli last season and getting the big move to Bayern Munich, he has been absolutely incredible for them this season.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's going to be a stalwart for this Korea side, who's also their best 11, because if you look at the friendlies, they've switched up only a bit, but if you go to the World Cup qualifier where money's really on the line, they've kept they're a very similar team to the team that played at the World Cup. He's only lost 2 games, Klinsmann with Korea against Uruguay and Peru in friendlies at the beginning of last year, but they have quality. I mean,
They're also in groups they should come out of. If you look at South Korea, they're going up against Malaysia, Jordan, and Bahrain.
Oh,
Right.
these are,
They will.
That's not
They're-
the question.
right.
The question is, can they win?
And not only that, they have Hyunmin Son. I don't know why. It seems like he's never in the conversation of best players in the world. He's a phenom.
You know why.
He's a phenom. He's like
plays for
top.
Tottenham.
He's.
It's why. It's because they're
Yeah,
for
but-
up until recently they haven't really been
I
competing.
don't know because
for-
Harry
That's
Kane.
why Harry Kane
because
left Tottenham.
Yeah.
Harry Kane, look, Hyunmin Son is one of the best players in the world without a doubt. I would say top 10.
No
easily.
one would argue that.
And I could even argue top 5. He is a
Top
boss.
5, I'd argue. But
And he top 10. He's top 10.
what do you want to see from a
He's
player
a
like Son?
Top
What do you-
10 overall players in the world, or in his position.
Bro, he is a
Don't,
monster.
let's not go crazy. I know.
But
You
no
don't
one
think he
talks
sneaks
about
into your
him.
top 10 overall?
No, but he's
I don't know
he's
why.
an incredible
I'm
player.
gonna
but
need
he's
you
not
to give me
top
this top
10
He's
10.
world class.
in the
He's
world.
world
He's
class.
elite. He's world class. He's
And
elite.
there's
He's all
not
those.
many world class
Don't take
players.
that away from him. But
No
the
one-
reason
no
why
one's saying
people
he's
don't
not
bring
world
him
class,
up.
but to say he's top 10, top 5 in the world.
Top 10. It just he's not put in the. I'm not saying he is top 5, but
I know you're
he
trying. You're
puts
just
up
trying to.
performances.
I know you're just trying to make the point of how good he is.
He's extraordinary.
Do you think he's
man.
watched Harry Kane's move and thought, okay, I think I need to move away from Tottenham? When you watch Harry Kane's success with Bayern Munich and what he could potentially go on to win this season, do you think it is making him question his future?
Or is this an opportunity for him to put this team on his back and say, I'm that man, I'm that guy?
I mean, he's
which he
31
hasn't
years old.
done yet.
He
this
is
has
that
been,
man.
No,
But if he's
this has
still a
been
top
James
10
Madison's
player-
team so far this season until he got injured.
But this South Korea side, you know, Kang-in Lee, you got Hyunmin Son, you got Hee Chen Hwang. These are all really good players,
Yeah.
right? And you
They're
look
all
at their
players also have taken step ups in their club careers as well.
right, and there are 2 defensive midfielders, In Bom Hwang, who played in MLS,
Whitecaps.
and they couldn't get the best out of him.
Incredible.
Crazy.
Where's he now? Olympiacos. Is it?
No, you know this. Come on.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
No,
No. He's
New
in Greece
Hampshire.
though.
no,
He's not in Greece. In Bong Hwang. He's at Olympiacos.
no.
No.
Red Star Belgrade.
He's at Red Star Belgrade. Got the red and the white
Yes.
confused. You're
But,
right.
uh,
You're right.
Close though.
Yeah.
That's a trivia question.
Hun Sok as well, Hong in the midfield. Those two partnered well together. What's so good about them is like what we saw in Europa League. they're all over the place. They break up plays, they get it off their feet quick, they're smart with their decision making. So when you're comparing South Korea and Japan, it is tough. But if you're going with continuity, Japan to me are still the favorites.
Okay.
Also, South Korean commentators. Prepping for the World Cup, I had to watch some full South Korea games, and I could only find them in South Korean commentary. I know we talk a lot about Arabic commentators. They're so fun and energetic. Underrated South Korean
Did you
commentators.
learn any words?
No, I didn't, but they go, oh! And they yell and they lament themselves very loudly when they go, oh, no, 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 no.
한 유튜브 채널에서는 이번 아시안컵에 대한 분석을 내놨는데 여기서 중국팀과 우레에 대해 집중 분석하면서 충격적인 결론을 내놨습니다.
Yes, man. They really have been, and there hasn't been much progression within the country in this sport. I'm curious to know your thoughts on China and how you see them panning out in this tournament, being that they are technically the second highest rated team in this group, and that they're led right now by Alexander Jankovic.
China, bro. I hate to do this, but I have honestly nothing but disappointment when I think about China. You already said it. No progression. But you could apply that over the last decade. They haven't done anything to prove that they can crack into the big five of the Asian Confederation. And when they do face the top 6 teams in Asia, they compete. Sure, they can keep it tight, but bro, they never win. Never. That has not changed over the last 10 years. And for China, even in AFC Asian Cup performances, it's almost always the same. They get out of the group stage and then they make an early exit in the knockout stage. Nothing has changed. And when I look at China's ability here in 2024, I low-key kind of see the same thing. And it just kind of sucks because it's obviously not their fault, but I was actually really excited that they were going to host this tournament because I think the people of China need some sort of motivator. They needed some sort of inspiration. And if hosting the tournament wasn't going to inspire the players, then maybe it would have inspired like a 14-year-old kid in the goddamn stands, bro. But now, unfortunately, they're just not going to get that, and that sucks. Because I truly do think that hosting a 24-team Asian Cup would have done a lot for China over the next 10 years. But yeah, again, it's not their fault, but again, it just adds to that feeling of disappointment because when I look at this Chinese team, truly, I don't think there's anything positive to look forward to.
Yeah, when I see the way they play and how they go about trying to get results in matches, it's so clear to me that all they can do is hope that their opponent makes a mistake. That's it. They can't really impose themselves on a team and play any sort of type of fluid football to generate a goal-scoring opportunity. And I hate that, bro. I hate that. There's nothing positive there. They have very little midfield presence as well. You watch a Chinese game, bro, it's back and forth for 90 minutes because it's just nonstop, no midfield presence. I think when I think about where I see them finishing off in this group, for me, it is below Tajikistan because I think the team unity that Tajikistan has just offers much more productivity on the pitch than what China has to offer in their style of play.
Yeah, there is one thing going for China, and it's just the fact that they do have experience, right? They pretty much appear in every single Asian Cup. They're always here. And again, they have a decent track record of getting out of the group stage. But it's because of that, dude. Like, they have nothing going for them offensively. They have Wu Lei, who's 32 years of age right now. He's kind of past it a little bit, but he was a baller in his time, and he's still their best player. They'll be looking to him to hopefully, look for some sort of creativity. Great stint at Espanyol, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Fucking loved watching him play in La Liga. But he's back in China now. And I digress. Going back to how they play it's just pure defensive. Instead of trying to outplay their opponents, they just try to outbully them physically. And the thing is, it works when their opponent is weaker than them. It works when their opponent doesn't have an offense. And when you look at, let's say, maybe Lebanon, or low-key, maybe even Tajikistan to an extent, China might be able to take advantage of the fact that these two teams are way less experienced and maybe don't have as good of offenses that could hurt China. So that's the only good thing going for China is that they're very defensive and they can be organized, but they have zero going for them offensively.
So based off of the three teams we've talked about already, Qatar, Tajikistan, and China, that's actually the order that I have it in. I have Tajikistan pulling off a crazy result, getting second place in this group, and China finishing in third.
중국 축구 팬들에게는 뼈아픈 소리였지만 지금 중국 팬들도 자국팀에 대한 기대는 크게 걸지 않고 있습니다. 오히려 프리미어리그의 스타 손흥민이 뛰고 중국 슈퍼리그에서 뛴 김민재 등이 있는 한국팀에 대한 기대가 적지 않습니다. 클린스만호의 주장인 손흥민은 4회째 아시안컵에 출전하면서 최다 경기 출전이라는 새로운 도전을 하고 있습니다. 프리미어리그는 지난 9일 공식 채널을 통해 축구 레전드들이 모여 이번 시즌 전반기 베스트 11을 선정하며 올해 선수상은 누가 받을지에 대해서 토론했습니다. 여기서 잉글랜드의 전설적인 공격수 마이클 오원은 손흥민을 올해의 선수로 지명했습니다. 오원은 시즌 초반에도 손흥민을 선택했다. 아시안컵으로 결정하더라도 지지할 것이다라며 뜻을 굽히지 않았습니다. 그러면서 나는 시즌 초부터 손흥민이 올해의 선수가 될 것이라고 이야기했다. 아시안컵으로 여러 경기에 결정하지만 그래도 올해 선수는 손흥민이다 라고 말했습니다. 이번에 손흥민이 아시안컵 우승 트로피를 들어올리는 동시에 오원의 예상처럼 프리미어리그 올해의 선수까지 받을 수 있을지 주목되고 있습니다. 이상 쓸모왕이었습니다.